Okay, so I made a video a while back for fall, and a lot of people didn't really watch that video when it first came out. I think fall just started to recently pop off on social media, looking at you, TikTok. And so I got that video going crazy now, and a lot of people are asking questions in it. And I thought this would be a good video to definitely address some of those things for sure. So let's get right into it. But before we do, hit that notification bell up here. Hit that subscribe button down here. We're on the road to 25,000 subscribers. We're so close to it. Once we hit that 25,000, we would do a giveaway. You don't want to miss out on that. Follow us on Twitter where we'll be posting more of it pretty soon. We'll be posting more about that giveaway pretty soon. So once we get close to that 25K, we'll do a live and we'll talk more about that. But let's talk about fall and all of the questions that are being asked. So I wrote some of them down. So one of the things that we definitely have to talk about is the 143, which a lot of people were asking, what did that mean exactly? Of course, this is something that Becky saw that Hunter had tattooed, but it is also, she remembers something that her husband would say in a way to be secretly saying, I love you, because I is 1, love is 4, and you is 3. So that was a way that they pretty much confirmed that yes, Hunter and her husband had something going on, and eventually we also get the confession from Hunter. Another question people asked as well was, how did Hunter talk about wrestling if she really didn't watch wrestling? And the biggest answer to that is she didn't, because of course we know that Hunter had died during that fall. She wasn't able to be saved, and during all of this was just a hallucination that Becky had afterwards. And of course that big reveal comes when Hunter's pretty much like, I can't because I'm down there, when Becky's trying to get her shoe. And so I think that is definitely a big thing right there, because all of this was just Becky's mind talking to herself. Talk with her own self is what was going on. Hunter was never there. The reason that she was hallucinating as well, you can kind of pinpoint to high altitudes make you hallucinate due to the lack of oxygen, and they were up there for a pretty long time. By the time that she was up there talking to imaginary Hunter, she had already been like gone, depleted of oxygen enough to make her hallucinate like this. So of course that was the biggest twist in the movie, that by the end of it we realized that Hunter wasn't there for a majority of the film already, and that it was just Becky on her own self. She is able to use the own life hack that Hunter had shown her about being able to charge something with the socket of a lamp. In this case, she uses her wedding band to be able to finish that current, and pretty much like it's a way of showing how everything came together at the end, and her band was the one thing that actually saved her too. It is also a big thing to note that Hunter and her husband also had been keeping this from her, and her husband had cheated on her, and her best friend had lied to her. So it's a lot of things that Becky's dealing with. Ultimately, Hunter's body is able to be used as a way to save Becky, and that's because we talk about it in the ending explained that she puts the phone inside of Hunter's body for it not to crack when she's able to send it down. And I think that was an interesting way to really end the movie for sure. So I think the whole thing with Becky and Hunter was interesting to see, and I think the whole thing with the cheating just caught me off guard. Imagine that you're stuck in this high tower, and then your friend's there, y'all need water, y'all can't get help, and then out of nowhere you find out that this friend that you thought was like a really good friend was who your husband was cheating on with, and y'all are here sort of doing this to celebrate his life after he died, doing climbing as well with the three of y'all. Like, it's just a messed up situation totally, and it just made this situation that much more, I feel, worse and awkward as they were up there in that moment. So of course, like I said, Hunter was dead after she had fallen. The whole like saving her and pulling her back up was all in Becky's mind, and as Hunter says, how could you even think you were gonna pull me up after all of that? The 143 means I love you, and that was something that Becky's husband would say to her secretly like that. And so when she saw it on Hunter's leg, that's when everything was confirmed that they had an affair. And also, we never really had Hunter up there with Becky. It was all in her mind, and she was hallucinating due to the altitude, in my opinion, although it's never really confirmed. But pretty much that's all of the questions I think we got on that ending explained. And like I said, we'll definitely talk more about the things you love. We already made an ending explained on Pearl and Barbarian, the latest horror movies out, so go check out those videos if you haven't already. Fall definitely is a movie that keeps you on your toes, especially with all of its twists and turns, and I think that is definitely one of the better horror sort of survivalist movies. I remember a movie that had Josh Peck. I don't remember the exact name of it. I thought was pretty good as well, where they're trapped in the snow and they're like high above in those things that take you up skiing. I forgot the name of this movie. Let me know in the comments what that movie was if you remember. But pretty much that's all with Fall and some of the questions I got asked and the ending explained, and I just wanted to answer them again here. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on it though, and what do you think? So let me know your thoughts and opinions on it all down below. My camera actually went out after this, so this is just audio, but let me know what you think. I know some people actually have a theory that maybe Becky didn't make it down as well, and all of this at the end was just her hallucinating as well. I don't know. I like to think that we did get a happy ending, at least for Becky, and that she made it out safely, but you know, we'll see whenever they do release more for this movie, like behind the scenes or deleted scenes or audio commentary from the directors, and they tell us more exactly what happened. But let me know your thoughts and your opinions. But yeah, like I said, it was definitely a movie worth checking out. Everything in it was definitely more refreshing than I thought it would be. And when I first saw this trailer during Jurassic, I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this movie. But then once you see the movie, see that it does take different approaches, different turns than what you're used to from these survival movies. And I think that's what makes them better, is when it's not just a pure survival movie, there's actually more of the human nature behind it all, with each other not really having this trust once we're up there makes it that much more like exhilarating to think about what happens next, because you have this person you thought you knew and then you find about all of these things about them and you're just there like, damn, now I'm stuck with them over here and I don't know how I feel deep down about them. So I think it adds a lot more layers than we're used to, and I think that's what made it kind of popular as well. So let me know your thoughts and opinions with that twist as well. I think it was a pretty good one, and it definitely has people talking about it as well. So thoughts and opinions down below. As always, thank you for making it all the way to the end. If you haven't already, check out our other videos we did. Check out our Ending Explained, where we dive more into the story and talk about each scenario a little bit more. This was more just for the twists and turns, as people wanted me to talk more about those. But yeah, we do have a podcast episode that just released on YouTube. It was our first time trying to do it live. It didn't go as planned, but we still talked a little bit about all of the horror movies out right now, as well as some horror movies that are upcoming. So go check it out, and don't forget to subscribe as we get to 25,000 subscribers. As always, stay safe, stay positive.